Los Angeles Rams also at 10-7. Guys, they were like a pass away from going to the Super Bowl. Like, this is crazy.
They were.
This team is they're just grinders. They're just nonstop, and they're never out of a game. I thought that Chris Schuler really came into his own as a defensive coordinator towards the end of the season and into the playoffs. I think they've done a great job with all their young guys on the roster. And now you get Davante Adams, probably, maybe, possibly Matt Stafford's last ride here. Let's go. I think optimistic, realistic is you win the division. I think that you got to look good against the 49ers. I think you got to not look incapable against the Seahawks, who are, again, a team that's being built to take you apart. And I think that Davante Adams has got to be...
I think you contend for a Super Bowl.
Right.
I mean, like...
let's put it that way. Yeah, exactly.
I just look at it like... Now, like, I am worried about the Alaric Jackson thing with the blood clots.
Right.
And, like, having that unknown at left tackle could be a very big problem for them. They've been able to manage offensive lines with a little less invested in the past. And they bring in DJ Humphries, who, I mean, I don't want to kill the guy, but if he had a ton left, I feel like he would have played more of a role in Kansas City last year. Now he's a little nicked up, but if DJ Humphries was really, an answer for you for a full season, the Chiefs don't move Joe Thuney out to tackle last year. Right.
Right.
So, like, that's, to me, like, the one glaring thing that you look at and say, this could really undermine them. But outside of that, it's just a really good team, and Stafford is still playing at a very high level, played at a great level in the playoffs. Adding Devontae to Puka and what they have at that position already is great. Their defensive front might be the best young defensive front in football.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty amazing when you consider this is coming out of the Aaron Donald era, that they were able to rebuild that group and build that group up to the point where it's like, if you had watched them in that Vikings playoff game, it would be like, wait a minute, they lost Aaron Donald and they still look like this. I mean, you could say corner's a concern, but, like, they won with those guys last year.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. I mean, I think it's just a really good, well-balanced, well-coached, well-conceived team.
I agree. We can get into the granulars, but I think when you won last year, when you were a couple throws away from beating a team that eventually became the Super Bowl champions, there's really no other directive other than to coach that offensive line, make it hold up for you, and go back and do it again, right? I mean, this is it. There wasn't a lot of... Davante Adams was kind of it. You replace the center position. You are seeing what's going on here at the tackle position, like you said. But other than that, this is last year's team, and the plan always was, after the all-in period, was to grow. And last year you showed where you were at developmentally, and if you're healthy and you want to legitimize the idea of bringing back Matt Stafford and not dipping into the rookie quarterback waters, then go. I think it's time.
Yeah.
And I don't think Sean McVay will ever dip into the rookie quarterback waters, if I'm being honest, but I think
I just love that the defensive front with, Jared Verse, who let's call it what it is, looked like Terrell Suggs as a rookie, Kobe Turner, Byron Young, Braden Fisk coming back for year 2. Like, I just think that gives them such a great starting spot on that side of the ball. And I have a hard time thinking, like, even like the Alaric Jackson thing, we're talking about degrees. Like, I have a hard time seeing them being, like, really deficient in any way on offense. It's just how much they have to manage that problem that makes that a real swing factor. And who knows, maybe, obviously, like, anything with blood clots is scary, especially if it's recurring, but maybe Jackson will be back in time to make an impact down the stretch.